Welcome back, guys. It's been far too long.
So, what is happening, everybody? Welcome back to this, well, I wouldn't go completely beautiful day, but compared to the snow and the blowing and the freezing garbage that we've dealt with these past couple days, welcome back. It is wonderful. We'll take it. We got the doors open today. We're sucking in the fresh air. Spirits are lifted. Everybody's good. We're having a great time. So we're going to jump right into things. So yesterday we went and picked up the next piece of our puzzle to not only get this thing finished up, but also because at the end of the month, not only is our youngest going to be 1 year old, holy crap, but we are also lifting the motor out of the Cummins, and we're going to fix its horsepower sweating issue that it has. So we're very, very excited. I know the wife's very excited to have her truck back. Personally, I want her to have her truck back. So we slung some more parts, and we had just enough funds to pull this thing off. So I'm going to head inside. I'm going to get changed. We just got back from running around. We're going to tackle a few things around here. I'm not going to bore you with the cleanup, but we're going to tackle a couple things. We're going to finish gutting this, the wiring and all that, and then through the magic of editing and video and all that, I'm going to show you how to install one of these from box to finished product in a matter of seconds, if not a second. So we'll catch back up with you later. So a quick intermission to fix the wife's vacuum. And just like that, through the magic of TV and editing, voila, it's done. Now, I thought it was funny. I thought it was a pretty neat trick for, 45 minutes for 7 seconds of entertainment, but hell, that's me. So now that it is done, which I gotta say, this thing actually went together really, really nicely. The hardware's nice. It's not 6 different sizes. I'm very happy with it. But I'm going to read up on it a little bit because I don't know if this particular model you have to oil the cylinder or not, or add the hydraulic fluid, but I'm definitely going to look into that before I use it because of, well, I'd hate to piss away money like that. And our big girl looking good as always. What's up, sweetheart? She needs a bath. So now we're going to jump into this, and we are going to get as much of this wiring, the HVAC, and all that good nonsense out of here. We'll get ready to start popping the seats out because our goal, we've got 2 weeks, I believe. Yeah, 2 weeks. What I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to get Miss Sally in here, the Cummins. I want her in this week. I want this thing gutted about as much as I can and get the wheels on the wheel casters that my neighbors let me borrow, and shove this big guy over in the corner and get Miss Sally over there turned around and get her into this bay right here. I really wish this thing could do a better job at zooming out. But anyway, get her in Ironhide spot and let the teardown commence, because I don't know about you guys, but I'm super excited, man. I miss slaying gears in that thing, and I know my wife does. So we're gonna start on this. Okay, so because we're not using the majority of this stuff, we're using everything from the '01 truck. You know, that was kind of a pain in the ass to get out, so we just kind of broke it. And by kind of, I mean, we just broke it. So now a lot of this stuff was kind of shoved back in here and zip tied out of the way because, again, this was a '94 truck initially. I did do a dash swap on it. So, you know, we had to do a few things to make some shit fit, but you know, we did it. Again, another reason that I'm starting over. I'm not exactly thrilled with the way that I did some of this. You know, it is cobbled. You know, it's a fly by midnight bullshit, and you know that's exactly why the inevitable happened. So I got nobody to blame but myself. So we are making it right. Alright, so another quick stop in place. Got all this tore out. Some of this I'm not going to go very lightly on just because it, you know, well actually, you know, it caught on fire. You know, a lot of this is burned up still. I tried picking up another harness because we were initially just going to try to put the truck together back to the way that it was, but, you know, we got deeper and deeper and it just, I don't even want to get into it. But we are going to keep the wiring in the door just for things because it's an OBS truck. We're keeping, you know, the lock mechanism. I'm not sure about the door handles yet, but as far as, again, the lock mechanism, the window motor, and all that stuff, that's going to stay as is. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to keep the wire harness for the connectors and convert from the '01 harness, and when we feed it through here and, you know, set it up for the door lock and all that stuff. I might, depending on how things line up on this, I might use the inner door panels just to keep the interior looking decent. And, you know, I mean, this is junk, you know. Anybody that's had a truck with this style interior, that thing is, it's just shit, you know, it's garbage. So that's the goal for it anyways, is I'm trying to keep that OBS look, you know, but without the hassle, you know, with the newer switches and all that. I want the truck from the outside to look completely factory, you know, until you hear it fire up or you climb inside and you see the newer style interior. So just like that, we got everything. We got all the wiring out of here. There's a couple pieces from the speakers that are in the back of the truck and the shit that runs to it, but this, if I get my hand out of the way, this nightmare, yeah, it's out of here. So we're ready to start fresh. Gonna pop out the HVAC unit, see what it takes to get that out, and yeah, keep moving forward at it. And I think it'd be a good time to do the cabin air filters. Now that the truck's this far apart, you know, what the hell, why not, right? So the seats are going to go in there, and we are going to delete the back seat. That'll probably go back in at one point. You know, take the kids for a ride in it maybe, but get all that cleaned up. Have the wife come out here with her carpet cleaner, get all this cleaned up. Because the newer trucks, you know, our 01, it has the dark color interior like Lola here has, and I think it would be pretty cool to have, you know, the dark colored dash, you know, and they come factory with a light color and, you know, headliner. Good talk. So I think it would be kind of cool to have the dark interior with the lighter colored carpet in the truck, and then, you know, the lighter colored panels on the side and in the back there. I think it'd be actually a pretty nice contrast. So yeah, just thoughts, you know, as you come along with this, I changed my mind a lot, you know, within 5 minutes. So, but that's where we're at. Good progress for the day. Lost a lot of weight. Like I said, I'm going to take a look at this mat here. I might end up taking this all out and just running hush mat. It's a little more expensive, but as long as I keep parts flying off of this, you know, that's just money that we reinvest back into our projects. So we're going to go ahead and pop out the laptop mount here real quick. It's just a couple 10mm bolts. Made this 2-3 years back, probably a little bit longer. But we're gonna need to put this back in for when we do all of our data logging and getting the truck dialed back in. And what's actually nice about this laptop mount is I actually got this off of, I want to say Amazon. It was like 18 bucks or something like that. It wasn't really too terribly expensive. You know, like some of the ones that you see on there. I mean, some DIY required. I don't know why you can see that, but I will say this much: this freaking carpet is disgusting. So, perks of having kids, right? I mean, Mr. Clean, and they're gonna have to summon all their buddies. That's just, oh, it's terrible, absolutely terrible. So on that note, I think that's where we're gonna end it for today. It's Sunday night. We got the time change, which is awesome because that means we have more daylight. But again, it's Sunday, so we got to get inside. We got to get this video edited. We got to help the wife out, get the kids all taken care of, and get ready for the hustle and bustle of the week. But lots of progress nonetheless. Very happy, very excited. You know, it's just one of those things. You just got to keep pushing forward on it. You know, even a couple hours here and there, even if it is only an hour, you know, it's progress nonetheless. It gets you closer to that goal. But, you know, like I said, the goal is we're going to try to get the Cummins here by next week. We're going to try to get it moved into position here, start tearing down the front end, get it ready for the motor to come out. We're going to slide this big guy over here and out of the way, just because I mean, there's only so much more that I can do with it. You know, the Cummins is more of a necessity than the pull truck, unfortunately. If I had it my way, it would kind of be the other way around. So I want to thank you guys for stopping in for another one. For those of you who are new, you know, just like anybody else, give it a like, please subscribe, go back through, check out a couple of my videos, get caught up, and we'll see you next time. So an interesting thought for those of you that stuck around. I'm downstairs and I'm editing, and I happen to look over, and that shock tower's busted completely. So thankfully I've got more, but that really needs to be fixed. So stick around for an update on all this week, as we are going to tear into it.